Welcome to the show. We are kicking things off with the incredible momentum of the New York Knicks. Paul George himself admitted that the Knicks are getting momentum and playing better and better as these games come. Jalen Brunson and the Knicks are sporting the second-best record, leading the league in effective field goal percentage, net rating, and point differential. They are currently on a 7-game win streak, their best playoff stretch in franchise history. But as we know, the road to the championship is never easy, and we're diving into what trials this team will face next.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to hold it with one hand? The PopSockets Pop Grip gives you a secure grip, works as a phone stand, and even lets you swap the top for a fresh new look. Simple, useful, and perfect for everyday phone use. Click the link in the comments to grab yours on Amazon.
Next up, we analyze the championship picture for the New York Knicks. Channel YouTube's senior NBA analyst Kevin O'Connor is joined by Andrew Sharp to discuss whether the Knicks are destined for the NBA Finals. We look at how the offense, fueled by Karl Anthony Towns, looks like it has so many layers, and we debate which team, the Pistons or the Cavaliers, has the better chance to slow down this unstoppable force in the Eastern Conference Finals. The conversation shifts to the potential hurdles ahead. Ian Begley made a strong case for the Detroit Pistons, pointing directly at Cade Cunningham as the tone setter who can put constant pressure on a defense. We examine how Detroit has demonstrated they can control the tempo and attack the paint, especially with Cade Cunningham having the ball in his hands to impact the game significantly. If Detroit advances, the Knicks will face a team that has already been stress-tested and features a star capable of taking over by force. Finally, we look at the team's mentality heading into the Eastern Conference Finals. The Knicks are locked into a mindset that the job is not done, focusing on resetting physically and mentally for the next challenge, refusing to relax. We discuss how this current hunger differs from last season and what it means for their path to the finals. Will the Knicks prevail, and what is their ultimate prediction for the championship run? Stay with us. The New York Knicks are currently riding a wave of momentum in the postseason, with some analysts suggesting fans should embrace the current trajectory despite the inevitable challenges ahead. Following a recent semifinal loss, Paul George acknowledged that the team is getting momentum, and they're playing better and better as these games are coming. Under Jalen Brunson's leadership, the Knicks have posted a strong record of 8 wins and 2 losses in the postseason. They are leading the league in key metrics, boasting the second-best record, a league-leading effective field goal percentage of 59.6, a net rating of 20, and a point differential of plus 19.4. This success is further highlighted by a 7-game win streak, marking the best playoff stretch in franchise history. However, the report emphasizes that championship journeys are defined by adversity. While a perfect scenario would see the Knicks secure their first NBA championship since 1973 without significant hurdles, the reality of winning requires navigating trials. The team has already faced setbacks, including losing 2 straight games to the Hawks in the first round and the hamstring strain sustained by star wing OG Anunoby in the second round. Despite these minor setbacks, the article posits that fans should actually root for the Knicks to encounter future difficulties. The response to adversity will serve as the ultimate test of their resilience in attempting to end a 53-year title drought. The question is not if the team will face hardships, but when they will overcome them. Senior NBA analyst Kevin O'Connor and Andrew Sharp discussed the surging New York Knicks and their prospects for reaching the NBA Finals, focusing on their matchup in the Eastern Conference Finals against the Detroit Pistons and the Cleveland Cavaliers. O'Connor expressed limited confidence in either opponent stopping the Knicks, noting that the team has won 7 consecutive games. He pointed to the increased efficiency of their offense since integrating Karl Anthony Towns, suggesting the Knicks are likely heading to the finals in a 5- or 6-game Eastern Conference series, contingent on the Cavs and Pistons managing their performance, and OG Anunoby receiving more playing time. When debating the series, O'Connor acknowledged the Pistons' past dominance over the Knicks in the regular season, suggesting they could potentially upset a struggling Cavaliers team in Game 5. However, he noted that the Knicks have played the Pistons well throughout the regular season. He suggested that Knicks fans might prefer facing the Cavaliers, citing past success against similar Cavs lineups and the current strong performance of the Knicks offense. He posited that betting on the Knicks offense continuing to flourish would be the key factor against Cleveland. Conversely, he indicated that Detroit could disrupt New York's path. Despite expressing skepticism about the Pistons based on recent play, O'Connor ultimately felt the Knicks are favored against both contenders because they have unlocked a championship contender status. He concluded that while he didn't trust either team to defeat New York, he believed the Cavaliers possess a higher ceiling. Ultimately, he leaned toward the Cavaliers due to home court advantage for the Knicks, though he acknowledged the Pistons were a strong consideration in a home court scenario. The New York Knicks are facing a significant challenge in the Eastern Conference Finals, with Detroit and Cleveland both sitting at 2-2 in the series. The focus has shifted to identifying the toughest potential opponent, and the conversation has heavily centered on Cade Cunningham of the Detroit Pistons. Ian Begley recently voiced strong support for Detroit, arguing that Cunningham is the key player capable of imposing constant pressure on a defense. Begley stated on the putback that he believes Detroit is the opponent to watch because of Cunningham's dangerous impact when he controls the ball. He noted that despite any recent struggles, Cunningham's ability to drive the offense and dictate the game is immense. This assessment is supported by Detroit's performance against the Knicks this season. The Pistons have demonstrated an ability to control the tempo, attack the paint, and force the Knicks to react, evidenced by previous matchups where Detroit has secured victories. The series dynamics are further complicated by the regular season standings. With Detroit finishing first in the East and New York third, Detroit would benefit from the home court advantage should they meet in the Eastern Conference Finals, a significant factor for the Knicks who rely heavily on physicality and crowd energy. If the Knicks face Detroit, analysts suggest it will likely be a tough physical series. While New York possesses playoff experience and shooting prowess, Detroit has a clear path to turning it into a grueling battle. The critical factor hinges on Cunningham's performance. If he enters the series in top form, Detroit could force a 7-game marathon. Conversely, if the Knicks can effectively limit Cunningham's opportunities and win the possession battle, they maintain a viable path toward the finals. In a candid postseason reflection, a key figure for the Knicks expressed deep satisfaction with the team's composure in closing out series and the collective mental fortitude entering the Eastern Conference Finals. Speaking on the intensity of playoff basketball, the individual credited the coaching staff for exceptional preparation, emphasizing the importance of ensuring players remain focused on the details. The sentiment regarding the team's mentality shifted from the high excitement of last season's run to a focused, hungry approach this year, stressing that relaxation leads to failure in the playoffs. The player highlighted the necessity of using the extended break to fully reset physically and mentally, focusing on game plans and execution. Addressing personal reflections, the conversation touched upon internal dynamics, including a humorous anecdote about a teammate's reaction to a tattoo and a nuanced view of a personal rivalry. The player also detailed the impact of coaching, specifically praising a shooting coach for his ability to grasp subtle nuances in player mechanics, which proved vital for performance. Looking ahead, the outlook remains aggressive. Despite acknowledging physical wear and tear, the team is committed to playing with urgency, even when leading significantly. The player expressed high confidence in the Knicks' ability to advance, predicting a trip to the NBA Finals and stating a 1,000% chance of winning if they reach that stage. The ultimate goal remains the championship, with expressed interest in facing teams like the Pistons and Cade Cunningham, viewing them as opportunities for redemption.